Our
Hi.
technical difficulties today. So for those of you that are participating in the Total Body Challenge, this is session 10. I can't believe we're here. We made it to session 10, which is crazy. And I'm so proud of you all for working hard. So this is our first live session of session 10. For those of you that are interested in the Sona Move Challenge, I'm going to put my email in the chat. If you did not register and you're interested, please make sure that you send me an email. We have some SONJ staff that would love to pair with our SONJ athletes. So please shoot me an email because I have some staff members that are interested in working out with you. So you guys would be on a pair or a team and you could just track your exercise minutes together. So I'm going to put my email in the chat for any of those that are interested in that. Registration for the Sona Move Challenge closes September 5th, and then that challenge doesn't begin until September 13th. So it will be after session 10 of the Total Body Challenge, and it's 8 weeks long. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and spotlight Beth's video here for everyone. So that way she is nice and big on the screen. I have the recording going. And for those of you that are participating in the Total Body Challenge, I'll give you the mindfulness code word at the end of the session. For those of you that are new, welcome. Make sure that you have a yoga mat. And if you do not have a yoga mat, that's okay. A towel or a blanket or some type of cushion for underneath your body would be perfect. You also want to make sure that you have some water close by. So Beth, thank you so much for being with us this evening. Thank you for all your patience today as I was working through my technical issues. I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you, Amelia, and welcome everybody. I'm so glad to see you all coming in for a yoga session. And we're starting this session right off of the Olympics in Tokyo. So I hope you all got a chance to watch. How exciting, because you're all Olympians. So I hope that you got to see some of the sports or some of the competitions that are part of what you do, because it's so inspiring and you inspire me. So I just want to tell you that it's very special to be an Olympian, because anybody that practices something so diligently, so hard, they are always in the moment. And that's what yoga is all about, coming to the present moment. And when you're doing your sport, that's exactly what you're doing too. So you can see behind me, I have my own technical difficulties today, because when I got home today, 2 doors down, somebody is sawing down one of their trees. So every once in a while, if you hear like this buzzing noise, there's nothing wrong with your computer. It'll stop in a second, but it happens to be somebody chopping their tree down. So you can see my mats. I placed 2 mats sort of in a crisscross way so that I can demonstrate poses to you from different angles so you can see me better. But I don't want you to have to keep shifting around. You should just face your computer screen and do your yoga where you can see what's going on. That's the best way for you. And I always tell everybody before a class starts that yoga should not hurt. So if you have an injury from doing your sport, or if something is kind of like irking you today, whether it's your shoulder or your knee, and it hurts a little bit when you do something, do it smaller. You always want to move in your pain-free range. So why don't we get started? And we're going to start lying flat on our backs. Yay. So a good way to start a Monday. We'll start and we'll end on our backs. So join me over here. And all you're going to do is you're going to bend your knees and place your feet to either side of your mat or your towel. And you can lay right back with your knees bent and place your hands right by your sides. Okay, so the palms are facing down. And let your knees come together. Let them knock. And if you want to, I invite you to close your eyes. But if you don't want to close your eyes, just pick a spot on the ceiling and allow your gaze to relax. And start to just bring your attention to your breath. So you don't have to do anything special with your breath right now. I just want you to breathe naturally. And noticing that warm air coming through your nostrils and the warm air coming out the nostrils as you exhale. And now start to notice where you feel your breath the most. So everybody's a little bit different. I feel my breath somewhere in between my navel and my ribs, right about here. So I'm going to put my hands one on top of the other, right at that area. So you should do the same. Feel where you feel your breath the most. It might be down by your belly. It could be over your heart, okay? Or it could be over your ribs. And just rest your hands there and breathe into your hands. And this should be very relaxing. So just inhale and exhale. Just take a couple breaths, rounding down into the earth. Feeling your body being supported. You should feel very relaxed. There's nothing you need to do right now but your yoga. And now just start to deepen your breath. So the next time you take a nice deep breath through your nose, inhale all the way down to your belly. And then when you exhale, nice, long, slow exhale from the top down. Okay, so you're going to inhale, filling the belly and your solar plexus and your ribs all the way up to your collarbones. And then exhale from the collarbones down all the way to the belly. So starting to lengthen your breath, making it nice and long. And that helps to stimulate your natural energy in your body. It's very rejuvenating. Now take one more nice deep breath. And then exhale through your mouth with a sigh. Just let it go. And let's do that 2 more times. So inhale through your nose. And exhale through the mouth. And inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. And now place your hands to either side of your body. So the palms are facing down. And bring your knees up to your chest. And now wrap your arms around your calves and just do a little rock from side to side, just massaging your low back. And make sure you keep taking nice deep breaths, getting that nice fresh oxygen into your body. And now put your hands back down on the floor so that the palms are facing down and start to lift your feet up so that you're pressing your heels up into the ceiling. So hold right here. Feel that nice stretch down the backs of the legs. Take some deep breaths there and send some love to the backs of the legs. Nice long stretch here. And now we're going to do a little flow. So take a deep breath, and then when you exhale, you're going to bring your knees up to your chest, hug them in, and lift your head just a little bit off the mat. Inhale, extend everything back up. Exhale, hug in like a cannonball. Inhale, push the heels straight up. Exhale, make a cannonball. And one more time, inhale straight up. And exhale, hug it in. And now just put your head back down on your mat. And now rock your knees from side to side again. And now letting go of your knees and placing your feet down onto your mat and extend your legs long, pointing your toes. And bring your arms up overhead for a long body stretch. Take a nice deep breath. And then exhale. And now walk your heels over to the left side of your mat and kind of walk your hands over to the left side. So you're making your body into the shape of a banana. And feel that nice long stretch all the way down from your right fingertips to your right toes, all the way down that right side body. Take a few deep breaths there. Okay, now we're going to walk the feet back to the center and walk them over to the other side and walk the hands to that same side, making a banana shape on the other side. Take some deep breaths, feeling that nice long stretch down the left. And then coming back to center again. Now place your arms out to either side of you in a T with the palms facing down, and bend your knees again and bring your feet all the way over to each side of your mat. So your feet are wide. And now drop both of your knees over to your left side. And then take a look, turn your head and look down your right arm for a nice little twist. Take some breaths here. And let's take it to the other side. So bring the knees up to the ceiling, drop them over to the right, and look down your left arm. And breathe. And then taking it back to the center again, okay? And now roll both legs over to your favorite side. It doesn't matter which one. And use your upper hand to push yourself up. Now we're going to come into tabletop position. So we're going to be on our hands and knees. You're going to place your hands directly underneath your shoulders and your knees directly underneath your hips. Okay, we're going to do a few rounds of cat-cow. So with your next inhalation, you're going to drop your belly, lift your chin, and lift your tailbone up. And now with your exhale, you're going to drop your head, bring your chin to your chest, press through your hands, and round your back like a cat. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest. And do a few more of these, warming up your spine. And link your breath or your movement to the breath. So we might be going at different paces, and that's A-okay, because we all have different speeds that we breathe. So take a few more just like this. And then after your next exhalation, come back to neutral. Now, you're going to look over your right shoulder at your hip and bring your hip up. So this is called a puppy dog twist. It's like a puppy dog looking for its tail. And now come to center and do the other side. Look over the left shoulder. And let's do a few of these, warming up the side body a little bit more. So linking your breath to movement. Every time you look over your shoulder, you're exhaling. You're breathing out. When you come center, you breathe in. Okay, one more here. Okay, stay right where you are. I'm just going to turn to face you. Now we're going to do some body rolls. So I want you to take your hands and walk them one hand length out in front. Okay, now take a nice deep breath. And then as you exhale, come forward and go all the way around. So at the bottom of your exhalation, you're sitting back on your heels. And as you inhale, you come forward, shifting the weight over your arms. So these body rolls can be as big or as small as you like. But you might find that they get a little bit bigger as you do these because you're warming up your joints. They're feeling much more lubricated. And now the next time you're all the way forward, let's reverse the direction. So take a look at your hands. Make sure your fingers are spread nice and wide like starfish. And let's go around the other way. So make sure you're breathing nice and steady. Such an important part of yoga is the breath, linking your breath to movement. Now let's take one more round, giving it its due. Okay, now we're going to come back to table pose. So I'm going to turn to see me better. And once again, bring those wrists right underneath your shoulders and your knees right underneath your hips. So let's take your right foot and press it back. Okay, so press that heel back and push your hands forward. So you want to feel like you're trying to stretch the mat a little bit, right? And feel that nice stretch in the back of the right calf. So send your breath there, inhaling deeply, exhaling fully. Okay, so now after you've given yourself a nice stretch in that right leg, lift the leg up so it's parallel or it's level with the floor. So you're pushing through that heel again. And we'll do a little flow here. So kind of tighten your belly muscles, pull the belly button back towards the spine. Take a nice deep breath, and then as you exhale, bend your knees so your foot is facing the ceiling. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend the knee. Now hold it here. Inhale. Now with your next exhale, push your foot up towards the ceiling. So exhale, push up. Inhale, return it back. Exhale, push up. Inhale, lower the knee to the level with your hip. Exhale, push up. Inhale. And one more time. Exhale. And inhale. Now straighten the legs straight out. You can stay right here looking at the front edge of your mat, or you can take your left hand and reach forward. So this is a balance pose, even though you're on the floor, and it requires a lot of strength. So reach those fingertips forward, push your heel back, take some deep breaths. If you're shaking, that's okay. It means you're working. Take one more nice deep breath, and then exhale. Place your hand down, place your foot down, okay? And now bring that knee in, and you're gonna kickstand the leg out. Place your right hand right underneath your face and stretch out your left leg long. Okay, and we're just gonna reach up to the sky for a modified side plank. Take some breaths here, inhaling deeply, exhaling fully. And let's do a little arm circling here. So take a deep breath and then exhale, circle around. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, circle around. One more nice big circle here. And then place your hand right on your hip, okay? And let's try this. You can stay right here or take a nice deep breath. And then as you exhale, see if you can lift that leg up a little bit and then lower, okay? So take a deep breath, exhale, lift and lower. And one more time, deep breath, exhale, lift and lower. And then you're going to put your hands and your knees back on the mat. And we're going to do cat-cow again. So I'm going to turn around here. So we do the opposite leg. So inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, press through the hands. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, press through your hands, round the back, chin to chest. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, and then coming back to center. Let's see. We will press the left leg back. Okay, so the opposite leg we're going to do now, stretching that one out. Take some deep breaths here, inhaling deeply, exhaling fully. Now again, feel like you're pushing your hands forward. Take a look at them, make sure your fingers are spread wide and you're pressing through all your knuckles and feel like you're pushing that heel back behind you, like you're stretching your mat apart. Take some deep breaths here, inhaling deeply and exhaling fully. Okay, take a nice deep breath, and as you exhale, lift that leg so it's parallel. Okay, and then bend the knee as you exhale. Straighten the leg as you inhale. So bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. And one more, bend the knee, okay? And hold here. Now take a deep breath. And then when you exhale, push your foot straight up towards the ceiling and then lower. Push with your exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now straighten that leg right behind you. Press through your heel and you can stay right here. You can return the leg to the floor, or if you're feeling strong, just start to reach forward with the opposite hand. Same idea. Take some deep breaths here, inhaling deeply, exhaling fully. Take one more nice deep breath. And then as you exhale, return that right hand down, the left knee down. And now start to kick out that left foot like it's a kickstand. And you're going to extend the right leg. And then if you want to, reach the hand up to the sky. So taking some nice deep breaths here, feeling a nice long stretch to the side body on the right. And let's do our arm circle. So take a deep breath. And then as you exhale, circle that arm around. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, circle around. Inhale, reach. Exhale, circle. Inhale, reach. Last one. And bring that hand around, place it right on your hip. Okay, so open that shoulder up. And you can stay right here, or you can see if you can lift that straight leg. So take a deep breath. And then as you exhale, see if you can lift it up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, straighten up. Inhale, lower. And one more time. And lower. So coming back to our hands and knees, okay? And now start to walk your knees out wide to either edge of your mat. Overlap your big toes. Start to sit back on your heels and then walk your hands as far as you can out in front of you and just place your forehead down onto the mat for child's pose. And take a little rest here. Take some nice deep breaths. Feel that nice stretch, the whole back of the body. Inhaling deeply, exhaling fully. And the next time you take a nice deep breath, come all the way back again up to your hands and knees. Now place your hands a little bit in front of your shoulders this time. Curl your toes under, and we're going to go into our first downward facing dog. So start to lift your knees up. Okay, so the knees can be as bent as they need to be. Make sure that your hands are nice and fingers are spread wide like starfish on a rock. Allow your neck to relax, let go of your head. So just kind of shake your head and nod your head. And if you want to, you can do what I'm doing. I'm just pressing one heel down and then the other. Coming into my down dog. And now try pressing both heels down. It's A-okay if your heels don't make it to the floor. And again, keep those knees bent as you need to. Take a deep breath. And then as you exhale, bring those knees down. Shift your weight forward over your hands. Now hug your elbows into your ribs and come all the way down. This is caterpillar. And then stack your elbows right underneath your shoulders for Sphinx Pose. So you really want to press the fingers down. They should be spread wide. Okay, and feel like you're pulling your arms back, and that will help you to feel like you have a little bit more of a back bend. Take a couple breaths here. Okay, take a nice deep inhalation, a nice full exhalation. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Keep your elbows very close to your ribs as you push yourself back up. Curl your toes under and come back to your second downward facing dog. So take some deep breaths and feel the triangle shape that your body is making. And now look forward to your hands and start to walk your feet up to your hands. Now the knees can be bent as they need to be for your forward fold. So you can place your hands on your shins if you like. You can get your fingertips onto the floor, but keep your knees bent and feel like you're trying to bring your belly right down to your thighs. Again, shake your head and nod your head, relax your neck. Okay, and now place both hands on your shins. Make a flat back like it's a tabletop. Look ahead of your mat. And now place your hands on your hips. And with strong, strong legs, come all the way up to standing. Whew. And now if you feel a little lightheaded, open and close your hands a little bit. That always helps. If you get up too quickly, this is a good thing to do. And let's come into mountain pose. Okay, so your feet should be parallel like in a number 11. And bring the hands down, reaching the fingertips down towards the earth. Strong, strong mountains we have here. Okay, this is a good time to do a couple of neck rolls. So take a deep breath. And then as you exhale, drop your chin to your chest. When you breathe in, roll your right ear to your right shoulder. And then as you exhale, roll the chin down to the chest. Inhaling, roll the left ear to the left shoulder. Chin to chest as you exhale. So we'll do a couple more just like this, just making a U with the top of your head. And then the next time your chin is to your chest, just bring it right up to front. Bring your hands to Anjali Mudra, heart center. So pressing the palms together. And we'll just do a few rounds of making the sun. Just loosening up those shoulders a little bit more. So inhale, reach your palms up to the sky. And then exhale, press them down around you. Bring the hands to prayer pose. Let's do the opposite now. Inhale, bring the hands down and then up. And then draw them together in front of your face and down to your heart. Let's do that again. Reach for the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good job. So step towards the top of your mat, and you're going to bring your right foot over to the edge of the mat and it's pointed straight ahead. You can place your hands on your hips and then step the left foot back, okay, to the other side of the mat. And you want that back leg to be sort of angled to the side. So you can see my front leg is straight ahead, the other one's a little bit out to the side. Start to bend your front knee over your ankle, but no farther than that. And then reach for the sky for your warrior one pose. Strong, strong warrior. So feel like you're pulling your feet together. Feel like you're really reaching your fingertips to reach the ceiling. Take some deep breaths here. Nice inhales, nice exhales. Okay, we're just gonna do a little flow. So watch me, take a deep breath. And then as you exhale, you're gonna circle your arms and hug your thigh. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, circle around, give your thigh a hug. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, hug. And one more time, reach for the sky, okay? And now hold the hands all the way down into mudra. Place your hands on your hips, okay? And you're gonna take a couple steps with your back leg so it comes forward. Start to put all your weight on your right leg and see if you can lift the left leg up for a little balance. Okay, so balance sometimes can be challenging on a day-to-day basis, and it's always different from one side to the other. It's okay if you have to put your foot down, like that. And now take that left leg, put it out to the side, and we're gonna step back with the right so that your left foot is pointed straight ahead, and you're gonna step back with your right leg, okay? And now start to bend your knee so it's over the ankle. Once again, same thing, no further than that though, because that's not good for your knee. Bring the hands down to your side. Inhale, reach for the sky for your strong warrior. So feel like you're trying to bring your feet closer together. So that creates a very strong leg for you, right? And from the waist up, reach, reach, reach. Feeling how big you can be, how strong a warrior you can be. Take a deep breath. And then exhale, you're circling the arms and hugging. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, hug it in. And one more time, reach for the sky. Bring the palms together into a mudra. Bring the prayer down to your heart. And start to walk your foot in, right? So get all your weight on that front leg. Bring your hands to your hips and see if you can lift the other leg up for a balance pose. So you might notice that one side is much easier than the other. Most of us are like that, okay? And anytime you take your balance pose to the other side, it's like starting all over again. And whenever you feel like you're ready, you can lower that leg, bring the feet a little closer together, okay? Bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, swan dive down, bend your knees. Let your hands find your mat. Walk back to your third downward dog, okay? So take a couple deep breaths here. Shake your head, nod your head. And then whenever you're ready, lower your knees right down to your mat. We're back into table pose and we're gonna come into staff pose. So we're coming into seated, okay? You might wanna rock on your sit bones a minute, feel the earth underneath you. And then the legs are straight out in front of you with the toes pointing up, straight up towards the ceiling, okay? And see how long you can be. This is a pose, even though it looks easy, it's harder than it looks. So I'm going to turn to face you so that you can see me a little bit better. Now you're going to take your left leg, bring it in, okay? And now place the bottom of your left foot in the inside of your right thigh. Give that knee a little shake, okay? And now turn to face your right leg, take a deep breath, and then as you exhale, just walk your hands all the way down your shin. They might be right at your thigh. Some of you might be able to reach your foot. Wherever you're at is A-okay. So just kind of stare at your big toe. You don't want to curl over. You just want to find a nice long spine. Take some deep breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. Nice long stretch for the whole back of your leg. Take a nice deep breath, and then as you exhale, release the stretch. And now take your hands and lift that knee up, okay? So you can keep the foot to the inside, or you could put it to the outside of your leg. It depends on how flexible your hips are. But we're gonna take that right arm and wrap it around the leg. Take your left arm, bring it behind you, close to your body, onto the mat. Take a deep breath, get tall. And then as you exhale, look over that left shoulder. So inhale, get tall, and exhale, look over the shoulder. And do one more time. And with your next long, slow exhalation, release the twist. Now take your leg and cross it over your thigh. So your ankle, your left ankle's over your right thigh. And just take your left hand and just push a little bit down onto that knee. And you'll feel a little stretch here on the side of the hip. That's a good stretch to do. And now we'll do the other side. Okay, so let's release the leg down, make it straight next to the other one. And now we're gonna lift up that right leg, take the bottom of the foot and place it on the inside of the thigh. And you can take your hand and give that knee a little shake. Just feeling how the hip feels as far as it getting warmed up. And then turning so that you're facing your long leg, the one that's straight out in front of you. Take a nice deep breath. And then as you exhale, start to walk the hands to wherever works for you. So start to look at your big toe, take a deep breath. And every time you exhale, see if you can bend a little bit closer. So depending on how flexible you are, some people might be reaching their feet, some people might be right here on their thigh. It's all good. Nice deep breaths. Take a nice deep inhalation and then a nice slow exhalation. Come all the way up. Take your hands and help that knee up, placing that right foot right onto the floor. And then take your left hand, wrap it around, take the right hand, bring it right behind you. Take a deep breath. And then as you exhale, look over your shoulder. So every time you take a deep breath, see if you can reach the top of your head up to the ceiling. And every time you exhale, see if you can look over your shoulder a little bit more. Take one more nice deep breath. And this time when you breathe out, release the twist. And then just take that leg and cross your ankle over your knee. Okay, and you can hold on to that foot, take the right hand and just gently press down. Very good. And now release that stretch. And we're gonna bring the soles of the feet together. Okay, so you can bring them as close as you feel like you're comfortable. But you're gonna take your thumbs and place them on the bottoms of your feet, close to your toes at the top part of your foot. And kind of open up your feet like you're looking at a book, like you're reading, okay? And take your elbows and just gently place them on the insides of your calves or your thighs. Take a deep breath and then exhale. See if you can fold. Hinge at the hip and get a nice stretch in the inner thigh. And then with your next nice deep breath, release that stretch. Take your hands and bring the knees together. And we're gonna lay back down again. Okay, so we're gonna come right onto our backs. And we're gonna do a bridge pose. So bending your knees and bringing your feet close to your body. Bring both of your hands right down to either side of your body. And then bend your elbows and have your palms facing each other. So it's kind of like a robot pose. So now take a deep breath. And then as you exhale, push through your feet, push down through your elbows and lift your hips up. So you want to make sure you have space behind your neck. Your neck shouldn't be flat against the mat. Okay, so there should be a little space back there and you're looking straight up towards the ceiling. Take some breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. Take a nice deep breath, and then as you exhale, lower that down. Place your hands to either side of you with the palms facing down, and just windshield wiper your knees from side to side. And now bring your knees up to your chest and rock again, giving your back a massage. And now place each of your hands on your knees and bring the knees up close to your shoulders, okay? Start to lift your feet and then just take your hands, reach in between the legs and see if you can grab your ankles or the sides of your feet for happy baby pose. Well, some people call this happy baby, some people call this dead bug. But whatever you're feeling today, whether you're feeling like a bug or a baby, you just want to rock from side to side. Again, giving your back a little massage. And it's okay to be grabbing the ankles if it's hard to get to your feet. Just grab your ankles or your shins. And now lower the legs down. Bring them nice and long. Point your toes. Bring the arms overhead. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale with a sigh. Ah. And let's do that banana shape again. So walk your heels over to your right. And then walk your shoulders and your arms over to your right. And feel that nice stretch down the left side body. Being a banana on your left. And then take it to the other side. Perhaps your banana feels a little bit more relaxed and a little looser. So heels over to the other side, and then bring your shoulders over, make your banana. And then come to center. And now it's time for your rest, your Shavasana. So just feel that you can get comfortable where you're lying down. Bring your arms to either side of you with the palms facing up. Okay, and just if you'd like to, it's time to relax. So you can either close your eyes or just pick a soft spot on your ceiling and just gaze softly at it. But you don't want to be taking in a lot of movement. Try to relax your eyes. And come back to your natural, easy breath. Let your legs relax. Let the feet splay out to the sides. Let them get heavy. Let your arms relax and allow them to get heavy. And let your head relax and feel its heaviness as you rest your head on your mat. And just notice your breath. Follow your breath as you breathe in and you breathe out. And just take this one moment to just relax and be. This is a moment that you don't need to do anything except relax and be yourself. So take a few deep breaths. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Point and flex your feet. Make soft fists with your hands and make circles. And now take one more long stretch. So feel like you can touch both sides of your room with your toes and your fingertips. Take a nice deep breath. And then as you exhale, bring your knees up. Put your feet on the floor. Then drop your knees over to your favorite side so that you're lying on your side. And then taking the top arm and helping to push yourself back up to a seated pose. And bring your hands to Anjali Mudra or prayer pose, heart center, pressing in with the right and left hand. So you're joining your right and left sides and you're a whole person here. I would like to thank you all for coming in to Zoom today and sharing your presence and your practice with me this afternoon. The light in my heart bows to The light in yours. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you, Beth. That was amazing. And for those of you that are participating in the Total Body Challenge, I'm going to give you all the code word for mindfulness today, which is BARK. B-A-R-K, BARK. So remember to log that code word. And I also just typed it in the chat for those of you that need it. Thanks again, Beth.
Thank you. Have a good week, everybody.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.